If you're trying to understand how to change schools or programs, IRCC's website can be confusing. You don't want to make mistakes that lead to refusals or worse, deportation. But in this video, I will give you a clear, step-by-step guide for how to change schools as an international student here in Canada. You know that I like to get information from the source and keep you informed on anything from visa applications to PR. Subscribe if you will benefit from this type of content. Look at these 4 people with 4 different cases and try to identify where you stand. Tom has just applied for his study permit, but while waiting, he realized he wants to transfer to a different school. Jenny has already got her study permit approved, but has not moved to Canada yet. Now she wants to switch to a different school. Lisa has moved to Canada with a study permit, but has not started school. She wants to go to a new college. Or Alfred is already in Canada studying, but he thinks his program will not lead him to permanent residency in the future, so he wants to change his school and study program. How can all these international students transfer schools? The first step for all 4 cases is to get a new letter of acceptance or LOA. This letter should come from a DLI and ideally should make you eligible for a PGWP. To check this, go to DLI Canada, select your province, and check the right column for the PGWP eligibility status. Now the second step will vary depending on the case. If your application is being processed, like in Tom's case, or you've already started school, even if it's just your day 1, you can transfer to a different school or program without applying for a new study permit. All you need to do is to let IRCC know of this change. There are 2 ways to let IRCC know of this school change: Webform or GCKey portal. The first one is to file an IRCC Webform, which takes about 5 business days to reach the department, or you can go directly on the GCKey portal and submit a request there. I'll demonstrate both options, but let's start with the IRCC Webform. First of all, you will need to go on the government website for this, IRCC Webform. We're gonna drop a link in the description to this video so that you can easily access it. Now, you will need 2 documents. You will need a correspondence letter. This could be the letter of confirmation of receipt after you submit your study permit application, and you will need your letter of acceptance from the new school or new study program. Once you've gotten that, let's start. So, first of all, you will need to update or ask about your application. Second, you will need to scroll down and click Other. Continue to form. Now you'll fill this out step by step with me. I've already done this not to waste your time, but basically you're going to say that you're the principal applicant, or your consultant or lawyer could do this on your behalf. If they don't know how to do it, you can show them this tutorial. Then you just let them know some details on your application, date of birth, contact. Now for application number and your UCI, this is why you need your correspondence letter, which will look something like this. In the top left corner, you will find your UCI, while in the top right corner, the application number. You will need to add it to this form when you fill this out. Now, the country or territory of residence, passport, all that data and information should be available to you anyway. How did you submit your application? And now, this is the interesting part. Tell us about your request. This is where you want to say that I'd like to change my school from school X that you currently have to school Y that just accepted you, to which I have been accepted. Please see the attached letter of acceptance. The program is Z. You tell them about your new study program, exactly what you see in your letter of acceptance. Also, this is not mandatory, but optionally, you can add your new student ID. And then you tell them that the school runs this program from date X, date Y. Cool stuff. Now, you consent to submitting this information to everything that entails this IRCC web form. And now you review your request, you check everything, make sure it's correct, and then you can submit your request. In some cases, it even lets you attach some files, so you can do that as well and attach your new letter of acceptance. If it doesn't ask you for that, it's okay, as long as you let them know that you have been accepted and you bring that letter of acceptance with you when you cross the border, when you are at the airport. Now, the second way is when you go on the GCKey. We'll also drop a link in the description of the video. Then you scroll all the way down, you pass apply to come to Canada to this section, students transfer schools. Now, because I do not have a new application, I cannot show you how to do it step by step. However, once you type in your application, then you will again file in the top. You'll find this in the top right corner of your correspondence letters with IRCC, and then you want to enter it in here. Then you search for the application. Hopefully it finds it. Sometimes there's technical issues and it doesn't find it. That's okay. Then just submit a web form that I've already demonstrated. If it lets you through, then you will have to follow these steps. So first you will basically find your application. Then you will tell IRCC some stuff about yourself, your UCI that you will find in the top left corner of your correspondence letters. Next, you will tell them about your current DLI, your current school, and then you will tell them about your new school, your new student ID, start date, and so on. And then after that's done, you can submit this request, make the transfer, confirm it over here, and it will show you that the transfer is complete. But what if your permit is approved, but the school has not started, like in Lisa's case? Unfortunately, you need to file a new study permit application. If you've arrived in Canada and the school has not started yet, but you want to transfer, you need to make changes to your study permit through a new IRCC application. In both cases, due to the complexity and the refusal rate, I would highly recommend legal help. You know that my firm has helped hundreds of people inside and outside Canada. So if you'd like to speak with one of my immigration lawyers, make sure you book a time in the description below. Alternatively, you can go to imcanadaimmigrate.com and book a time. To know if your study program leads to jobs and PR, I recommend you watch this video next. Thank you so much for watching. If you got some value out of this video, give it a big like. And of course, let me know your thoughts in the comments below if you have any other questions. See you in this video next.